Once upon a time, a man and a woman opened their backyard to children and adults from all across Portland to come play together. The kingdom that they created over the course of a month was a place full of music, food, gathering with joy and love and collaboration to create stories and wonder. Okay, so Sean first. It was her birthday. She wanted to have a party.
Nobody suspects the nice flower.
You guys said we've got to do it 100% if we're going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you knew from the minute you heard it, like that's
It
a
just
thing.
sounded so good. It sounded like it was going to be so much fun.
Ready?
You don't cut my face off.
1, 2, 3.
Ah,
Wow. Well, first of all, I love recycling stuff. I like working with free materials that you can find. You can always find cardboard boxes. I mean, I should mention, so first of all, before the event started, it was all like we've got to gather a bunch of recycled cardboard.
Find the magic dumpster that had all of the cardboard in it.
It is the perfect art supply because you can always get it for free and you can sculpt it very easily in all of these ways and you can very cheaply and quickly make something big.
And then after you're done, it can go in the recycle. Can go back in the recycle. We ordered a dumpster.
Cardboard Castle, we said it's going to be a daytime
we
thing.
had a toilet.
you got a
Yeah,
portable
outdoor-
toilet?
We got
You
a
remember? It was
composting.
a
I
great-
forgot about.
great.
Oh
It
yeah.
smelled so good, remember?
Yes, yeah, I do remember that. It was right
Because-
up there, right?
Yeah, because it's Portland. There's this outfit that will show up on a composting toilet that they pull over by bicycle and that they like set it up.
Who came every single day, like as if they were going to work.
Yeah.
Show up in the morning and clock out in the evening.
Hi, I'm making a cottage. My cottage features a window planter over here and some tasteful dormer windows on the other side.
Now who's gonna live in this cottage?
Me, I'm not leaving.
And then there were people who showed up once, or people who brought their kids. And thought they'd let the kids play and then got deeply involved themselves. That was always nice. So yeah, we had all kinds of people and all kinds of lengths of stay and reasons to stay.
The last day, I think, was especially busy, totally yard full of people working really hard.
So today is the final day of Cardboard Castle Fest, and as you can see, it's quite a hotbed of activity. This is the most people we've had all week. There's tons of kids here exploring the tunnels. Who knows what'll get accomplished?
Yeah, well, I mean, what people needed was a certain set of tools for working with it, to cut
Yeah,
it,
we
to
bought
connect
tools.
it. We had tape guns. We had these. The plier stapler is the ultimate cardboard tool, and these really excellent little cardboard saws that are totally kid-friendly, but will cut through cardboard like nobody's business, but won't hurt flesh at all. They're perfect.
Yeah.
They're a Japanese thing. And we knew people needed workspace, so we set up tables for them.
We had a
And
painting station.
yeah,
We put out some paint.
What surprised you about the whole experience?
so many things.
Yeah. So one of the things that surprised me was like the different things that people made. Because we before we started, we were like, well, we have to give people something to latch onto. So we called it Cardboard Castle. And we were like, yeah, we're going to have jousting and we're going to do like
Medieval castle-y theme. Yeah.
themed stuff.
My plate mail that I just constructed.
And is Sir Pummel your knight name?
I think it is. Yeah, I was given that name by the Pope actually over there.
Oh,
so
you
I,
like what
I guess
name?
it's official. Sir Pummel. Yeah. So I guess if it's from the Pope, it's official.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, the Pope of Cardboard. I just need a lance now.
Okay. And will there be jousting later?
I was promised jousting.
But then people went and did just whatever came to their mind.
I'm making a whale car.
A whale car.
Yeah, I'm about
So-
to put a steering wheel in it.
We had a lot of instruments being built. We had the horses were kind of medieval, but
Horses were off.
This is my faithful unicorn. You can tell by the horn and the rainbow mane and the rainbow tail.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Yeah, my faithful steed. I built this on the first day of Cardboard Fest. So.
Like everything you can think of got built, and that really surprised me that people just went and bloop. We had rocket
We are making an airplane spaceship, all aircraft vessel. We feel it'll be a faster way to be able to see the whole of Cardboard Kingdom, including the islands and the castle.
It was really great. What I loved was this phenomenon I saw again of like people saw it and they're like, I will take my frantic children to this and they will run around and I will sit at the table and relax. But like everybody's like looking at the cardboard and thinking, and like, oh, I guess I'll just try and make something. Just watching people get sort of sucked into the artistic experience.
This is a flower pot. It's gonna get attached to a garden over there, or a house over there. This was handed to me from somebody that had to leave. I'm gonna probably get some help from maybe you about how to attach it. You had some ideas. I have ideas.
And like fall deep into the flow of it. And I think it's like, it's one of these things about art of like, well, if somebody says, here's a canvas and some oil paints and there's a museum next door and an art critic is standing over there watching you, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. This is terrible. But if you give people the idea that it's low risk and nobody expects anything of you.
I've mostly been painting today and sitting in a chair.
This
The
is like an
very least you
opportunity.
can do is like wear a cardboard hat that you made. You know, there were lots of great hats and costumes.
People took on personas within
yeah,
the
yeah.
kingdom. Do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that?
Well, Jennifer Jones, who lives next door, she got to be all about hats, and this is everybody needed to have a hat, and it wasn't, and they were all very regal-looking hats. So we've got a medieval theme. So very quickly, we have to have a court. So I mean, like, you know, you started referring to us as the king and the queen. I never asked anybody to call me that, but I was wearing a giant fucking crown on my head all the time and running around like I was in charge. So that makes you king, I suppose, in some context. Yeah, and it was good to be the king in the hammock with the crown on.
Did you have a queen hat?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I was always wearing it, but yeah.
I remember a pope.
Oh, who was
Oh.
Pope?
I don't remember, but
That's
it was a
awesome.
very tall hat. With
Yeah.
a, you know, and then
Mark was the court astronomer.
I remember he built
The sundial.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
sundial.
Built the equatorial sundial on top of the tower nearest to the gate.
I'm really fascinated by like Paleolithic astronomy and the things that the early stone operators did in order to study the night sky.
I built it starting at about 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I spent some time. I spent about an hour between 2:30 and 3:30 in the morning waiting for glue to dry. That was super exciting.
He actually, you know, he spent some time like taking some readings and adjusting everything and staking it down and getting it really pretty accurate.
And then at 3:30, I climbed up a ladder and I aligned the central gnomon on Polaris so that the sun will be above the plane of the dial, and it will cast a shadow onto a number, and it'll work all the way up until the autumnal equinox.
Somebody who just took something that they were obsessed with and incorporated it in the cardboard castle, and there was so much of that.
Yeah.
What were some other favorite aspects of it?
The children were the best, especially the tunneling children,
Oh, yeah,
because they would
yeah.
just disappear into the innards of the castle, and you'd hear all day. They would tunnel their way. They would make openings that were too small for a dog.
Duncan's going to just demonstrate that. How far can you go in there, Duncan?
Well, it curves around right here.
Curves around.
Comes to a stop.
And then over here's another system of tunnels. Duncan already explored these. Someone in the tunnels right now? Pascal, is that you? Hello.
They could disappear in there, and you'd never know. It was so
Yeah, that
great.
was a really great thing. I never would have predicted, but of course, it was fantastic that the kids made this secret tunnel system through the bottoms of the castle.
Tell me your name again.
Zev.
Zev, and what's your job here in the castle?
I'm a wizard.
A wizard? Okay. So what are some of the responsibilities of a castle wizard?
Well, they mostly sit around doing wizard things and protecting the castle with wizard magic.
Can I see your wand?
I feel like most of the castle wall kind of thing pretty much came into shape in the first couple days, and then it was like, what can you add to that and do to that?
We're getting a lot of interesting detailing going on.
New signpost here. Delight. This way, West Tunnels.
Oh, and the dragon has been posted.
All of these other things. Our neighbor Ian across the street, he made like a roast cardboard pig on a cardboard spit.
I've made a pig on a spit.
Okay, and is this in preparation for, I don't know, some kind of
great feed.
We'll feed
40.
40 at least?
At least.
I mean, just the list of the things is an amazing list, and you could make a whole book that's just pictures of the things they made at the thing. But more to the point was like creating this environment where everybody was really in a relaxed way, enjoying a bunch of creativity, while spending a bunch of time together and enjoying each other's company.
You're a terrible dresser, I can't see! I'm gonna take your wings!
I just need to make sure we cross.
You're demoted to first mate! I can't see!
I'd love to hear my pilot scream.
Mike, stop taking sideways!
I'm not sure if everyone is safe over there. Are we gonna cross the building?
Kind of a paradise for 10 days.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just having so much fun.
Yeah, it was so fun.
It's like I was loving it. I was never feeling like it was hard work, even though sometimes it's work, like because we're running around a lot. Like I've always personally been really excited working in these kind of free zones between spaces, between rules, between what's official. I love working with what's free. I'd rather volunteer than get paid to be doing stuff. Well, everybody would rather have volunteers than pay everybody, I suppose. But I mean, it's a different spirit that comes from that. And I like, I want to work with, I like doing stuff on the cheap. And if there's one thing that's tied together all of the art projects I've done, is that they were really low budget art projects. And the question of like, what can you do with limited resources? It's a really fun constraint to have, but it also requires you to be able to kind of work on the edges rather than right in the middle of stuff. And it would be cool to figure out how to take a good thing and give it to the mainstream. The mainstream deserves nice things.